Ghosts, monsters, lollies with knives. Well, I honestly don't know what people are scared of these days. But overall, horror is a weird genre of media. Either you love it or you hate it. Some people can't watch a single horror movie without getting too scared. And some other people don't get scared at all. But one thing I'm sure we can all agree on is that most horror media is kinda trash. To be honest, it's really bad, especially horror movies. And sure, there are some good ones, but in general, the quality of the movies is really low. But what about horror anime? Well, in my opinion, it is a genre that barely even exists. Like seriously, if we search the horror tag in my anime list, we'll see shows like Tokyo Ghoul, The Promised Neverland, and High School of the Dead. Which, I mean, when the jiggle physics are in full motion and someone tries to open your door, now that can be pretty scary, not gonna lie. But in general, I'm sure we can all agree that it is completely different from the idea of horror that we have in the West. The only anime I would consider horror are shows like Higurashi, Perfect Blue, and Another, which are mostly psychological horror or just slasher with a ton of gore. But none of them are mainly focused on ghosts. Most anime that focuses on ghosts, monsters, spirits, curses, whatever you wanna call them, mostly deviate completely from horror and start getting into the action genre. Like we can see for example in Jujutsu Kaisen and Yu Yu Hakusho. To me, the best horror movies we have in the West are usually the ones focused on ghosts. Why? Because ghosts are fucking cool. And to be honest, that's the only reason I have. So now that it's spooky season, and of course I'm releasing this video on Halloween because I'm a marketing genius, the only anime that is airing right now that could be considered horror is Mieruko-chan, which I've heard focuses on ghosts, has cute girls, and I've also heard good things about the manga, so I decided to check it out. My name is Giyeh, and I talk about anime every single week. This video will not contain spoilers, so don't worry and enjoy. So the anime starts, and my first impression is these ghosts are like actually creepy. They probably are one of the creepiest monsters I've seen in any anime. To be honest, they remind me a bit of Jujutsu Kaisen curses, just way fucking creepier. But even though the monsters have actual scary designs, and the atmosphere always feels like a horror movie in which a jumpscare can come out at any time, the interactions between Miko, the protagonist, and the ghosts are made to be funny. I'm gonna be honest, before watching the show I didn't read that the main genre was comedy, so I kinda came in with the wrong expectations. It also feels like a slice of life, which I enjoy, but it was not what I expected. The basic plot in the first couple of episodes is that Miko is the only one able to see the ghosts, and she pretends like she doesn't because she believes that if she does that, the ghosts won't bother her. So the only thing that happens are super awkward interactions between her and the ghosts, and some of them are actually pretty funny. Even so, the first two episodes are kinda boring, I'm not gonna lie. They have little to no plot, and the only thing that happens is that Miko sees some random ghost and has a funny reaction. At the end of the second episode, we start getting a glimpse of plot, as well as a moment that actually made me feel kinda sad. Like, how did a 10-second scene with this man make me feel sad? Honestly. The animation looks really good. It's made by Studio Passione, which is the studio that destroyed my beloved High School DD. Well, I'm exaggerating of course, but I do think the animation in Mieruko-chan is better than some of the other Studio Passione anime. And that reminds me, the show has an unexpected amount of fan service, which I've heard is way more than in the manga. Of course, I love that shit because I'm weird as hell, but I completely understand some of the criticism fans have against the anime. The opening song leans a lot more in the comedy side of things. It reminds me a bit of the opening from Toradora. The main character Miko is great, she has a good personality, good design, and overall some funny moments. But her friend Hana is even nicer though. There hasn't been a lot of character development, but I'm sure they will get better throughout the season. The final twist in episode 4, which of course I'm not gonna say what it is, has been by far the best moment of the show, and I can see it getting better and better. Also, the ghost at the end of episode 4 is by far the creepiest for me. I really like that the bad guys have ghosts following them around for the shitty things they have done. I have to admit, they look cool, okay? I'm sure the guy with the cats has done some horrible things, but having shadow cats sounds kinda fire to me. To be honest, I don't even know if the show will have a villain. So to the people that haven't watched the show, I would say if you enjoy comedy as well as horror atmospheres, then go right in. But to the people that mainly watch shonens or action anime, I would say wait a little bit for more episodes to be released and then give it a try. Because watching weekly could be a little boring for some of you guys. And I can't guarantee that it'll get more exciting. Overall, I've liked the 4 episodes that have been released. Not the best of the season, but I do hope that the plot advances and gets more interesting. Because I love the ghosts, I love the atmosphere, the characters, and a good story would even make it better. Like I said at the beginning of the video, my name is Giyeh and I talk about anime every single week. So if you enjoyed this one, it would be a lot of help if you could subscribe and like the video. I will be talking about more seasonal anime as well as my personal favorites. So until the next video, later.